Good morning, Boker Tov. How are you? It's Tuesday. Yep, it's Torah Tuesday. Not such a great day. We'll get into that later. Oh, before I forget, it's 1 week from voting. Vote. I don't want to hear it. I don't care who you vote. Vote. Got it? Vote. Okay, well, more of that later. Now, let's stay on an optimistic note and let's study some Torah. Okay? Chayei Sara is where we're at. Boy meets girl, and they get married and live happily ever after. In this week's Parsha, Chayei Sara, Abraham sends his most trusted servant to find Isaac a wife. Abraham sends his servant back to Nahor to find Isaac's wife with a test. The servant goes to the well with 10 camels and asks Rebekah for some water. Not only does she get the servant water, but volunteers to water the 10 camels. That's no easy task back then. The servant is thrilled. The servant then asks for a bed for the night, and Rebekah takes him home. He meets and asks her father, Bethuel, and her brother Laban, for permission to take Rebekah back with him to become Isaac's wife. It's okay with Bethuel and Laban, but how about Rebekah? They asked Rebekah, and she agrees. The servant gives Rebekah and her mother all kinds of precious jewels, and the deal is done. Now Abraham's servant and Rebekah ride to the Negev, where Isaac lives, and as they're riding into Isaac's camp, Rebekah sees Isaac and puts a veil over her face, and Isaac sees Rebekah for the first time. Well, it's a nice story, but what's really going on here? First, the test or story of Rebekah as well at the well teaches us about kindness and hospitality, an important and reoccurring theme. This is where the custom of a bride covering her face with a veil comes from. Now, Rashi said that when the groom lifts the veil, he looks on his bride as if it's the first time they ever met. And last but not least, because of this parsha, it is required to ask the woman if she wants to marry. Now, we take that for granted nowadays, but way back in the day, that wasn't asked. Boy meets girl, they get married and live happily ever after. So, that's this week's Parsha. I hope you learned something. I hope it's good. Now, let's get on to what's going on today. And I don't mean just today, I mean this last weekend, you know what I mean. It's happening again. I hate to say, no, I don't hate to say this. I told you so, but I told you so. Okay, history repeats itself. Come on, guys. Just because it was Europe, just because it was somewhere else, it can happen here. Okay? Unfortunately, our country is filled with hate. It's held with divisiveness. Anyway, let's not go into a political tirade. My point is that we've just witnessed on Shabbos, on Shabbat, the worst slaughter of Jews on American soil. Yes, that's not good. And it doesn't demean from the black folks getting attacked. It doesn't demean from the bombs being sent to the politicians. Okay? It doesn't demean any of that. But it hits especially home for us, Jews, and people of faith. Tonight in Birmingham, we're having a vigil. And that's great. That's wonderful. We're remembering, we're coming together as a city, and we're showing our solidarity. That's wonderful. But it can't just stop there. Okay? The rabbis teach us that out of adversity, something good has to come out of it. We have to get together, we have to band together, and something positive has to advance. I was asked this morning, actually, are they canceling services this weekend? Nope. Friday night and Saturday morning, the temples will have services just like they always have. It's Shabbat. Shabbat happens, whether it's raining, whether it's snowing, whether it's a hurricane, whether the wind is blowing, whether it's hot, it's cold, some idiot is out there with a gun. It doesn't matter. Shabbat happens every week. And we as Jews have to make sure that happens. We can't let them win. You get where I'm going with this? We can't cower. We can't hide. And if people of faith, and I mean people of all faiths, are banding together, just look what the Muslim community did in Pittsburgh. Really? They raised over $100 and something thousand just overnight. Now, this is a remarkable event. It's unfortunate it happened, but it's remarkable that these two completely different communities can support each other. It's amazing. Now, if we can get our so-called leadership to actually lead instead of being we won't go there. Okay? My point is we have to do something. So, what do? Tzedakah, charity. We have to help somebody else. Even though we're down, but we're not down and out. Even though there's problems, and yes, let's face it, there's nothing good about what happened in Pittsburgh. Nothing. I can't give you a ray of hope. I just can't. It is such a disgusting, cowardly, stupid action. I cannot. But we're taught that we have to make something positive. So we're going to get together. That's a positive. We're going to show our support. That's a positive. And we have to do tzedakah, charity. We have to do something for somebody else. Okay? It's enough ranting. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope we learned something. And I appreciate y'all. I see you on the screen. I appreciate you. All right? Until next week, Tuesday, Election Day Tuesday. Yep, you didn't think I was going to forget about that, did you? Don't forget the vote. It's a week from today. Vote, 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 vote. Sounds like a broken record. I get it. Vote. There isn't an excuse. I don't care if it's raining. I don't care if it's cold. Vote. If you can't get there, call somebody. We'll find you a ride. Vote. Vote, 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 vote. All right? I'll see you next week, Tuesday, Torah Tuesday, Election Day Tuesday. Have a good week, and this too shall pass. And I'll see you next week.